The Chapter 5 Season 4 trailer just dropped and I watched it in 0.25x speed, and here's some interesting things I found. Enjoy my breakdown for this trailer and let's begin. So first off, we started with Dr. Doom absorbing the powers from the Pandora's box, and if you notice, the orb still has the constellations like Zeus in it. Next up is Dr. Doom's henchmen that look way different than the last time, and they appear to be holding a new AR or the Ranger AR gun, which could be returning next season. Next is this shot of what I imagine is the Raft POI for next season, and in the sky you can see helicopters, and while this could mean nothing but just use for the trailer, there is a helipad here. Next is the reveal of Emma Frost and Sabretooth Mousicles that's going to be in the item shop in season 4. We then get the X-Men and Fortnite characters getting off the Blackbird jet, and we then get the Marvel Capcom / X-Men vs Street Fighter reference when Cyclops and Jonesy dap up each other just like Cyclops and Ryu. And next to them is a new version of Hope that could be released in the shop as well. Next is Wolverine bursting out of the tank just like Wolverine in X-Men Origins. This is also a full circle moment because in Chapter 2 Season 4, Peely popped out banana claws and we thought we were gonna get that, but now 4 years later, we finally have him. Next is a shot of the Marvel characters and Fortnite characters ready for battle. If you notice here, Hope is holding Stark's energy rifle, or so we thought was a rifle. I will have more information later as it will make more sense. Over here, Gwenpool is holding her pickaxes that are going to be in the battle pass, and all the way over here, Triggerfish is holding the Nocturnal Scar that is from Save the World, confirming that scars are returning next season. We then switch to the villain side, and over here we see the Tomato guy holding the TAC SMG, confirming that the TAC SMG is returning, and the Snug Skin is holding the regular AR, confirming it's returning as well. And after that, we get this endgame reference with all the heroes versus the villains charging at each other. Next is a shot of Doom's Castle POI that is near Classy Courts, as you can see it later in the background. So remember earlier when I said I have more information about this gun? Well, turns out it's not Stark's energy rifle from season 4. It's actually the brand new Stark's energy shotgun. Notice how every time she shot it, it made shotgun noises. A second later, so much is happening in the background. It looks like Cluster Clingers from Chapter 5 Season 1 are making an unfortunate return. Later, Jonesy as Captain America charges with the shield, and I think this move is also in the Marvel Avengers game where you play as Captain America. Next is some gameplay of the new Black Panther Mythic, and we are inside of the raft now. And something I've noticed is this Iron Man punching bag. Now, why is there something Iron Man related when Iron Man appeared in Chapter 2 Season 4 and there's no mention of Iron Man in this trailer? Not to mention the Stark energy shotgun appearing earlier, and later the Iron Man repulsors. I have a theory later on explaining why is there so much Iron Man related things, but we see a Dr. Doom henchman holding a pistol with one hand, which I have a theory that this is going to be a thing where you can hold this new pistol with one hand, and the other hand is you carrying items or possibly another weapon. Anyways, we see a skin holding the Striker Burst AR, confirming that it's going to be returning. Next is in the background, you can see that trains are coming back to the game, and also in the background is what leakers are saying is Galactus Head as a landmark, but I don't know about that. But we see Gwenpool using Iron Man's Mythic flying, and we switch to a new look of Classy Courts getting a redesign for the new season. And if you also notice, the snow is now gone around this area, but there's still some snow around the mountains. As Gwenpool is having the time of her life, you can see in the background there is a vehicle. I know I just scared you there for a sec, but it looks like they're reducing the amount of cars in this season. Next is the posters of Dr. Doom. Something Fortnite said in their YouTube description was become the heroes or take up the mantle of villainy. It reminds me of how in Chapter 2 Season 2 was when they had these posters, and I'm curious if joining a site is actually going to do something later on this season. In the same shot, we see Mysterio holding a new shotgun. A lot of people thought this was going to be the hammer pump, but the hammer pump doesn't have these marks. We see Wolverine using the new dual SMGs as we saw them earlier, but you can see Mysterio illusions appear out of nowhere. I don't know if it's going to be an item, a medallion, or just for Mysterio's henchmen specifically, which I think is going to be the case. Finally is Dr. Doom himself once again, because we had him in Chapter 2 Season 4 using his beam to eliminate opponents. If you look at this bar doesn't drain when he's flying or using his beam ability, which could mean he has two abilities. One is the beam one, and then the other one is probably like the arcane gauntlets. Alright, so here's my theory I said earlier I had on these Iron Man related things. Number one, the same Iron Man from Season 4 has already been on the island due to the rift beacons being on the island this season, and he could later appear in the season to try to save us from Doom, building us a time travel machine to put us back to the Chapter 2 map again. Number 2 is another Tony Stark variant. Just like in this comic, Iron Man becomes Dr. Doom, and before he became Dr. Doom, he probably had all these things laying around before. Also, in the YouTube description, they say Iron-Fisted Doom, which is really weird. Or number 3 is just simply teasing another Iron Man skin, which I just want to go with number 2 as it's just fun theorizing about this new season. But that's about it. I will have a video on Saturday playing the new season, reacting to everything in the new season. Comment down below what are you excited for in season 4 and what detail I listed that you didn't know before. Thanks for watching and see ya.